it's dominated, isn't it, by Chelsea's success last night. We've got, Rock and Coal Star, the History Boys, Comeback Kings. Thoughts anyway last night, guys? I think one of the headlines which caught my eye, I'd be keen to get your opinion on this, was Grand Slam winners. They've completed the Grand Slam, and I'm like, come off it. For me, the Grand Slam is the top 3 trophies in that sport, and for me, Conference League isn't one of them.
But don't you think they've won? They're in it. They didn't want to be in the Conference League. Poor last season, league position. All you can do is go and win it. Yes, the standard isn't great in the Conference League, but they went out there and got the job done. And by the celebrations, you can tell it meant a lot to them.
Oh yeah, Jamie O'Hara was saying, no, they weren't even celebrating. Well, they were. They were. And when they got the equaliser, they were going crazy in the bench, weren't
100%,
they?
yes.
They were, because the first half they were very average.
It was terrible, wasn't it? I was contemplating whether to go to bed or not. Good job I didn't.
Do you know what I was thinking? When Chelsea scored, I was like, please score again, because I'm not staying up for extra time. I'm really not. Chelsea were horrendous first half. It's like something clicked at half time. Come on, guys. We're in a final. Let's go and win it.
I'd be fascinated to see what the conversations were. Reece James coming. I can't believe he didn't start. But the fact that he got the armband kind of gave a big rocket up the so-and-so. I think it made a difference in Cole Palmer, innit?
Yeah. He's a player, he is. I was pleased with him as well, because 1 or 2 were sniping away at him, weren't they? Saying he's hit a sticky patch and he thinks he's too good. He's not. He's just, every player goes through periods, don't they, where you're brilliant or you're average or you're below average, but on the ball he's beautiful to watch.
Do you know what I noticed by watching Chelsea again? I know he scored, tried to head it, I think hit his face and went in. Nicholas Jackson, I don't think he's good enough. I feel that he should be the player that plays half the games next season. There's talk about Liam Delap, isn't there? That might be going through, going to Chelsea. That would be a good signing. But I just look at Jackson yesterday, ran through near the end of the game, didn't he? 1v1, took a big touch into the keeper. I just don't think he's at the level that Chelsea need if they want to go and win a Premier League. Cool. Anything else, Alan?
I would agree with that. I was pleased he got his goal. I don't know what it hit, whether it was his neck, his chin, but I was pleased for him because he's not a great finisher.
No,
there's
he's
no
not.
doubt about it. How can I say this without slagging him? I don't want to slag him, but a striker with that ball in the box, a striker would have quickly reacted, got his head on it. He's just a little bit hesitant. That's why he only gets 1 out of every 4 chances.
What would you say? He just got in the way and it pinged off him?
Well, no, at least he got in there, but I don't think he reacted quick enough. But the ball ends up in the back of the net, so it doesn't matter.
I just think if you
he takes 4 chances to score. He misses too many chances.
If you want to win a Premier League, your striker shouldn't be like scoring 10 goals in 30 Premier League games he scored. It's not bad, but it's not going to win you a Premier League, is it?
What about Sancho's goal as well?
Very good.
Yeah. Well, he can do that. We know that, can he?
But he's got to do it more often because they've got a decision to make, haven't they, Chelsea? Do they pay? I'm sure they have to pay to send him back as well, don't they? Might be 5 million to even send him back to Manchester United. So it'll be interesting what happens with him.
Yeah, will be. I'm sure Man United want to get him off the books. Yes. Okay, elsewhere in the Daily Express, Thierry Henry's hit headlines. He's called out Arteta's record and trophy drought, saying that they've not been in a final in the last 3 years.
Well, stats don't lie, do they?
No.
Do you know what I mean? They don't lie. Neil Warnock, remember Neil Warnock on here? He said he won't win a Premier. He's not strong enough. I thought, oh, hello.
Do you still think that?
Well, you got to look at it and think they've had a couple of chances and they've blown it. But Arsenal, when they play well, are a very, very good side. But you just wonder, has he got what it takes to win a Premier?
Well, you talk about them last 3 seasons, over £400 million spent. And it's excuses of, those injuries last season. Everyone has injuries. Arsenal will have injuries next season. If they go and get a striker, I don't hear any excuses this time next season. They have to go win trophies, the big trophies as well.
But they've got the money, haven't they? They're a big, big club. And
they've got money to spend, yeah.
To watch Arsenal. It's fortunes there. As in most clubs in London, there's a lot of money too. So I don't see why. They're not telling me there's no good strikers out there.
What I like, though, is Thierry Henry talking honestly. Yeah. Doesn't care about upsetting people at the club or upsetting Arteta. He's been open, hasn't he, honest? I think he had a sarcastic comment, didn't he say about the buildings must be tall now. Real tall building if they're still building without winning any trophies.
Yeah, I think so. And I think he's right. I think Arteta he needs more pressure on him.
Yes.
It wasn't good enough. I think they put the foot off the gas to put pressure on Liverpool, and as a fan, we were grateful of that. But I think Arsenal, they really need to be pushing next season. One quick one as well. Henderson potentially going back to Sunderland.
Is he?
That would be a brilliant signing for Sunderland.
Well, see, I was told, was it last week or the week before, that it was Gerrard, Stephen Davis and Jordan Henderson are going to Rangers, but it looks as if that's stalled now.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether it's to do with money or what, I don't know, but, that was from a decent source as well. It wasn't just any, guy in the pub, it was a proper guy who said that's what he's heard.
I think that move makes sense, though. Henderson's in the England squad still. He played well last season at Ajax. What a signing for Sunderland. And quite a young squad of players, aren't they? Imagine the experience he can bring. That's his club as well.
What age would he be now?
I think he's got to be 33.
34.
34. Close.
He's probably looked after himself,
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and the experience as well. And we talk about that, don't we?
Yes.
See, as a Liverpool fan, I remember when Gary McAllister came in from Coventry all those years ago and what he gave to that squad. But I think Sunderland, they're coming up, young squads, back in the Premier League for 8 years, to have that calibre of leadership ultimately
they need it
in the dressing room. I just think that's invaluable.
I think as well, you look at Henderson, he went to Saudi Arabia, left within months, didn't he? Moved to Ajax, so maybe financially he's not going to make Sunderland pay him big money. He might think, last part of my career, why not go to my hometown club, the club I love, and go and try and keep them in the Premier League?
Yeah.
There we go. Well, there
it's
we go.
gonna, I can't, here we are, we're just finished, but I'm looking forward to.
Oh, I can't wait.
Leeds excite me as well. That young side they've got. They might have to go and get someone who's got a bit of experience.
So who is exciting me in the transfer window? Your club, Liverpool. They're not messing around now. Frimpong, Kirkes looks like going over the line.
Liverpool as well, isn't it?
Yes.
To get these big top names.
Because Kirkes for me was the best. Robinson was very good, but Kirkes, week in, week out of Bournemouth last season, he was the best left back in the Premier League. So Liverpool looking strong again next season. So the pressure, we talk about Arsenal, pressures on Arsenal again next season because Liverpool are going to be stronger.
Newcastle should improve as well. Yes. I would have thought Villa have got to go and spend if they can.
Yes, if they can, yes.
And
Chelsea will be better.
Forest might have a go again.
Yeah.
They might, because they were so unlucky in our Champions League.
Man City will spend. They talk about Gibbs White going to Manchester City, so Manchester City will be stronger. Rodri's back as well. So
I think with Liverpool, I think one of the hardest things which people don't appreciate, the hardest thing to do is to win after winning. Because you've got the target on your back. People want to beat you because, to say if you've just been promoted to Sunderland, right, okay, let's go and win the current Premier League champions. And it's just, I think, I'm talking from experience as well, being in, European and Olympic winning teams. Always try and mention that where I can. It is that pressure's so different to the, got to win a cup league, a cup final, got to finish in the Champions League spots. It's just, I can't really describe it. It's just trying to maintain that absolute best all the time.
But that's why, like you says, we're not being harsh enough on Arteta, because the money that he spent in total in 5 seasons, over £700 million, and you have one FA Cup and a Community Shield.
But why hasn't he got more pressure on him? Especially when it comes to press and you say, Henry's the first person really that's come out and said he needs more pressure. Why has he not had it?
I totally agree. He should be.
Well, he could be. Now, just one quick one as well. I've noticed, we'll talk more about this later, Sam. Rashford's brother jets to Spain for talks with Barcelona. That's in the back of the...
Do they need him, Barcelona?
Are they going to sign him?
Well,
the money... I'm not sure.
Don't know, but yeah, the young kid just signed a massive contract.
Yes.
He's meant to be holding out, isn't he, Marcus? Isn't he? That's what's been in the papers. He said that he's trying to hold out for his dream move to Barcelona.
Yeah, I'm not sure they need him there. No. Rafinha plays on the left, Yamal on the right. They've got Daniel Olmo. They've got some quality players.
I'm going to put it out there. Yamal, Rashford.
Oh no, there's no comparison at the moment.
Exactly. The wages he would want as well.
This kid, what a player.
40 million he'll cost plus the wages. I'm not sure Barcelona have got money to be going out and spending.
But even
that
if
much.
they did, would you sign Rashford?
They don't need him. I wouldn't.
He seems a bad egg.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.